The NFL is on right now too, guys. So don't forget that. For those of you
Yeah.
that are watching,
Green Bay.
keep watching us, but put it on the background like I do
It,
right now.
it sucks that Micah can't play tonight. That sucks, man. Because he
that was a crushing injury.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not Packers fan, obviously, but that hurts to see.
Yeah, him and freaking Pat Mahomes went down in the same weekend, man. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
brutal,
like literally, two of the biggest stars in the NFL went down in the same weekend. Like that's bad.
Yeah.
Now, Landon Tengwall said the other day about when they played under Franklin, and I'm going to get us into the playoffs here. I just got the wrong graphic up. But when he was a player at Penn State, they would have 3-hour practices. Okay. Now, I don't care who you are, like what level you're at. That is so unnecessary, but they would have 3-hour practices. Then he said they would go to games. You guys probably saw it, but he said that when they would go to games, go to games like home or away, they would have like meetings, and then like walkthroughs, team meetings, offensive, defensive meetings. Then they would do a walkthrough, and then they'd go back into their position meetings. Then they'd have a team meeting, then go back to position meetings, then go back and study film. And Landon's like, why did we do all that? And Aller said it in that leaked audio, which I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying you heard his voice. He said, I was so mentally shot by the time the game day came around that I was like overwhelmed. And again, like I played quarterback, I played football, but I played quarterback too. Like I understand what he's saying, man. I understand what he's thinking. That's the way I was. It got in my head. Like quarterback is not fun. If you're not ready to play quarterback, like it's not fun. It takes the fun away from football if you're not mentally ready to play quarterback. So the fact that he was there, I mean, we all saw it. We all saw it. So what I was getting to was, that's the way Franklin ran things, and people were like totally mentally shot by the time,
they went to play.
That was interesting to hear.
Oh, we lost Mark. We'll talk until he gets back. I was going to say, whenever we said Franklin ruined Drew, we weren't just kidding. Now there's actual evidence that this is the case. Yeah, we're just going to keep going until you get back up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep, I got you. See.
Yeah.
But the evidence is there. Like a player that played for Franklin, and he said, "Listen, I'm not here to bash the guy. Like, why would I do that? Like, that's not why. But like, this is true. Like, whatever Drew Aller was saying on that tape, and the other players saying it was exhausting. That's all a fact. That's not made up. So, we weren't kidding. Like, we could have just been guessing. Like Franklin ruined Aller, Danny O'Brien ruined Aller, but like this is true. So there's nothing else we can really say. Looks like Mark's coming back on, but
it tells you a lot, right? That Drew Aller seemed like a head case. Well, now you know why.
Yeah, Mark. I was just saying. Now we know what Drew was saying it's a fact, and Franklin ruined him. That's true.
So, but when I was getting into that, what was the point I was trying to make? I cannot remember. Do you guys remember why I brought that up?
I don't know why you went that direction.
It was overloading the quarterback with information.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't remember exactly what that point was leading off of, but like these teams, okay, these players, these coaches, whatever it is, like you have to consider the fact that yes, this is football, it's Division I, but you can overload these guys big time. I mean, you can overload these guys big time. So Joe, like 99, for example, they lost their last 3 games. I've heard this from people that worked for the team at the time. Those guys were so beat up and so tired and just beat down from the weight room lifting to the practices that they just couldn't do it anymore. Like they lost. I mean, Joe ran a really hard program, and at some point it's like you have to less is more. It really is. A lot of the times less is more. So like a Saquon Barkley, for example, you have certain people who are just absolute freaks. Like Joe's lifting program was terrible. And it wasn't his, it was JT's. It was terrible. It was terrible for it did not correlate to athletic performance whatsoever. So maybe if you did a little less is more with Saquon there, imagine how much better he would have been. Imagine how much better Derek Williams would have been, Larry Johnson would have been, all these kinds of different players if you had a real lifting program. They just had machines. So how much better would all of these guys have been if you did less is more?
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's like anything you go to conquer in life. If you overthink it, you're probably going to mess it up.
Yeah.
Football is a simple sport fundamentally. It's not magic, So I think a lot of people do this today. You see this with these offensive coordinators that get kind of like Andy, where you're getting too cute, man. The sport's not that. It's not that complicated. Just don't overthink it, man. Just if you're good at it and you've been doing it for years, you know how to do it. Go out there and do it.
Bro, it was such a disaster, man. This whole season was such a disaster. Like,
the
offense, the scheme, and then the preparation, and the fact that Drew Aller was ruined, man. Like, from the neck up, he really didn't have it. But that doesn't matter. He has the tools as an athlete. He just needs good coaching. That's it. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And he didn't have it. Like, what a disaster of a season, man. Like, and then you bring in Jim Knowles. He's like, yeah, it takes me 3 years because I've run an NFL offense. It's like, okay, well,
we won an Natty this year,
NFL,
so
you're not in the NFL, bro. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, how many times do you hear about in sports, in the NFL, in college ball, where you take a quarterback from one system, you put him in another, they simplify the system, and suddenly he's a game breaker. He goes from being terrible to being great all of a sudden.
And
right?
that happened with many Penn State players under Franklin. They went to the NFL. They were freak shows. Absolutely. They were phenomenal athletes, and we couldn't beat Ohio State with them. It's insane. And we had Abdul Carter. We had Chop Robinson. We had so many great players on one team, and we still can't beat Ohio State. Like, that's coaching. Yep.
And even like, I think Choppin just said Sam Darnold this year. Sam Darnold, keep him in a simple system. Like, he's going to throw picks. He's Sam Darnold. Dude. It's kind of something he does.
Yeah.
But doesn't matter. Seahawks win anyway.
I mean, look at Sam Darnold. Look at, Aaron Rodgers. He's old, and he's still playing. Jalen Hurts. Their system, I think the issue with the Eagles and why they have collapsed a bit, dude, they just got to play ball, man. Like, that's it. Like, I think they're making it too complicated. You have so many great their roster is insanely talented. It's crazy. It is.
Yeah. Bunch of alphas. Yeah.
But Aaron, what branch were you?
I was regular Army.
Okay, so what is the method of the military that makes it so effective? I know it's a broad question, but what's the method?
Yeah, I mean, you take simple tasks, you beat it into your head. You repeat that simple task over and over and over until it's your default behavior. Right? So you don't have to think about it anymore. Guys, just do it. Yeah. You don't realize it even when it's happening, because you're going to be trained over and over and over and over. And then you're going to get in a situation and you're just going to do it. It's going to be instinctual, right? So, and that's what good, like, even risk taking in football, same story. If you learn how to take the risks and it just becomes the norm, you're going to know what to do when the time comes. You don't have to think about it.
Yeah, as much talent as this team has, you just got to keep it simple. Like you just said, like, simple task, beat it into your head. That's the motto of the military, the greatest military in the world. So maybe they should do that with Penn State football as well.
It works in a lot of things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like the concept of a podcast is pretty simple. The concept of YouTube is pretty simple. Put up content, consistently. That's it. Just put up content, you know?
Yeah.
Be yourself and put up content every day for 4 years, and maybe you'll get monetized, you know? That's that. And then look at Landon. Landon has his niche.
Mm-hmm.
He's a former player and he keeps it real. That's it, you know? That's just the as much talent as Penn State has, if they just kept things simple like Terry did, man, we would be in the playoffs right now easily, you know? But they tried to get way too fancy. I don't know. But guys, the playoffs going forward, I pulled up the bracket. What do you think? We got the 1, 2, 3. Wait, yeah, 4 games, then 2, and then 1.
Yep.
So, what are you thinking?
Who's gonna win?
I mean, what do you think about this 18 playoff? This is a great playoff we got, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if Georgia plays like they can, like if Georgia plays to the best of their ability, they can beat anybody. So I think Georgia is going to make it to the Final Four, possibly the Natty. It's hard to gauge Oregon, man, because they're not playing anybody right now. They're just not. So that's why these games are annoying, because we don't know what Oregon is going to do. Oregon barely beat us, and we suck this year. Oregon lost to Indiana by 10. Indiana dominated them that game. It was only a 10-point win, but they dominated them. So is it going to be Indiana, Ohio State in the rematch, or can that even happen? I'd have to look at the bracket. Or, Georgia, OSU. Yep. I don't know, Mark, have you seen that? I've been commenting with your thing.
Yeah.
You could end up with Indiana and Ohio State in the national title. Yeah.
Indiana, Ohio State, yeah. And the only thing that truly it terrifies me, that if it's the same matchup again, and then Indiana loses, because you know we know Ohio State fans like belts on their asses, whatever that is that they say, and they're going to keep saying that if Indiana loses. So I just want to shut up Ohio State fans. That's all. I don't even, you know, it's not all fans or anything like that, but it is annoying when they keep talking crap. Like, again, Notre Dame, that's a different story. They're quite irrelevant. But Ohio State, like, they're good, but their fans are extremely obnoxious.
And for them to win 2 years in a row would just be super annoying. Like, that's.
I mean, I would probably move to a different country and just become a monk for a year and then come back and be like, all right, I'm ready. But Texas Tech and Oregon, Alabama, Indiana, Ole Miss, Georgia, Ohio State, Miami. So,
Jesus.
Hold on. I'll try and shrink it up here.
So, I'll say this. Miami, if they can figure their offense out, their defensive line can come after Ohio State. Ruben Bain, those boys, their defensive line's very good. So, I want to see what Julian Sayin does against that, because Indiana's defensive line is not the same caliber as Miami's, and Julian Sayin was seeing ghosts. So, we might. I don't know, guys. We'll see. Miami has a chance, but their offense just isn't good. So,
yeah.
Who's Julian Sayin, bro? Who are you talking about?
Lord Farquaad.
Oh, Lord Farquaad. Yeah.
No, the one that interests me actually in the next round the most will be Alabama, Indiana.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
Yeah, that's the best one, I think, because
Alabama looked good last night. They looked good. Second, not the first half.
Alabama's scary because if you were to just line them up and say who has the most physical talent, Alabama has got the highest ratio of anybody in this bracket.
Yeah.
And so you're looking at Indiana. Indiana has the lowest ratio in this bracket. So, but Indiana, we know who's coaching that team, and we know how good they are as a team.
Yeah.
Like, they're an incredibly good team. And so you've got a battle of an Alabama team that you could argue has underperformed at times versus an Indiana team that you could argue overperforms all the time.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting game to me.
So here's the thing, guys. Like, here's what I think is going to happen, honestly. I think Oregon will be a favorite against Texas Tech, but I think Texas Tech is going to win. And then
I want to see Texas Tech against a non-Big 12 team, right? Like, that's what we want to see.
Yeah.
What can they do?
Like, the thing is, like, Oregon's fast. You know, they got some talent. Alabama is Alabama at the end of the day, no matter what. You know, all year, man, like people have been saying, like, Kalen DeBoer this, Kalen DeBoer that. He sucks. Like, I'm like, bro, you want to talk about delusional fan bases? Alabama, bro. Like,
He's pretty
Kalen
good at
DeBoer, this poor guy, like, they're like talking about how he sucks. You got Southern moms like saying, I'd pay $30 million to get his ass out of here. Like, talking at a grocery store, being interviewed. Like, it's like, dude, you guys need to seriously calm down. Like, let the guy coach your freaking team. You just had Nick Saban as your coach. What he did is unbelievable. It's never going to happen again. You guys literally had arguably, well, it's the greatest dynasty in college football history in terms of what they did. One of the greatest coaches ever, if not the greatest coach. And you guys have this Kalen DeBoer guy come in from Washington. It's like, I don't know, maybe give him a few years, to maybe iron some things out. Like, I feel bad for the guy, to be quite honest with you. Like, but they're a tough team. They're a well-coached team, clearly. They just beat freaking Oklahoma at home, and they made it into the playoff. The fourth seed in the first playoff won the whole thing. That was Ohio State. They beat Alabama, and then they beat Oregon. That was one of the greatest lineups of teams, Florida State, of teams we've ever seen in the playoff, honestly. And then Ohio State went and won it. That was my senior year of college. So Alabama is Alabama, and I think they can beat Indiana, but that probably won't happen. But they are a tough, gritty team. So that is my favorite game. Ohio State being 9.5 favorite, that is absolutely – I don't even know what to say. Like, is that fair? 9.5 points? What do you think?
I would say I think it's fair looking at them, but it's what they're doing is they're kind of looking at the Indiana game and they're kind of ignoring what happened in the Indiana game, right? With that number, it's fair in that, like, defensively it wouldn't be fair if you were to say defense. Miami's right there. So 9.5 wouldn't be fair to them. Offensively, it might be fair. The main reason I'm scared for Miami is Carson Beck has been turnover prone in the past, and Ohio State will absolutely kill them if they fall behind in turnovers.
Now,
I could easily see Tennessee all over again there.
If Miami can run the ball, they have a chance. But, like, if they can't run the ball with Fletcher, then, they're not going to have enough offensive firepower. Or, like you said, Beck's going to mess it up. If they get in the red zone, they'll fumble or throw a pick. That's going to be the difference. So their defense can hang, but how long can they hang for with the offense not performing?
Yeah, Fletcher's got to wear down Ohio State. They got to get him moving.
He was fantastic today. He was great.
He was great. Yeah.
So, okay, Aaron, you think it's fair? The only reason I'm like somewhat baffled is, like, dude, really? Like, of course Ohio State gets a freaking 9.5 point favorite.
Yeah, it's a lot
against Miami, dude. They just beat A&M on the road. Like, you know what I mean? So that's all.
Yeah.
But they only scored 10 points. That's why.
That's why. Yeah. But and the other thing too is, I know that there's still some side eye at Texas A&M this year, just because. Now, there's no question A&M was a better team than they have been, but it's hard. You kind of looked at their schedule and said, they pulled one of the easiest ones you can get in the SEC, and if they had their typical yearly schedule, are they still an 11-win team? I have my doubts about that too. Mm-hmm. I don't think they'd be significantly worse. They'd probably be one game worse, maybe two. But some people felt that maybe they were getting a little too much love, or maybe they kind of got a little lucky because of their schedule. And if they had to play Alabama and they had to play Georgia and stuff, they wouldn't be where they are.
So
I'm mixed on that, but I do see. I think Miami's a genuinely good team, though, and Ohio State could definitely lose.
Yeah. So here's the thing. There's another reason why the 9.5 kind of baffles me a little bit. They played no one all year, including us. Play Indiana, and they can't throw the ball deep. They lose 10-13. Now they're playing Miami, another legit team, and they're 9.5. Like, and you just said they didn't factor in the freaking Indiana game. Like,
they ignored
my God.
Yeah,
do you want to talk about
the Indiana game in a book? They did to Indiana what they did with Michigan last year, right? Yeah. That Michigan game last year, they said that's an aberration.
Right. A fair spread should be like 5.5. Like, that would be
9.5. Are you kidding? But
9.5
it doesn't matter.
Pretty high. Yeah.
But I am calling Michael Irvin, and I'm saying send me Miami gear, and I'm going to say stop hanging out with Dan Lanning, because everyone knows that you're hanging out with Dan Lanning too much. So
that's what they were thinking. Yep.
And don't bring any scissors when I come pick up the clothes. So
please, he's not. Don't be in his presence when he has scissors.
And bring the belt.
Yeah. What? Bring the belt.
Bring the belt. Yeah. You see the he's going crazy,
bro.
He walks around with 2 belts, one on and then one in his hand.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's not even taking it off.
At the end of the day, like, I want my school to have an alum that's wild like that. You know what I mean? Now he's a little different. He's freaking off his rocker. Very successful guy, but you know, LeVar, like LeVar composes himself. Okay, he's just as wild as him, you know, for his team, but he's not like over there, you know, punching people, doing backflips. You know, and then you've got him and Ray Lewis both from Miami. It's like, oh my goodness, dude. But Ole Miss and Georgia. What? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Chris's comment. I was gonna say it's either gonna be a low-scoring game like Indiana Ohio State was, or Miami's gonna get slapped. Like that's the way I'm looking at it. Like Miami's gonna get gutted, or it's gonna be a very low-scoring game.
And I want to say this: if you took the over on the Miami A&M game, like, you should never gamble again. Like, just don't. If you actually put money on that, like, just
don't watch football again. Ever.
Like, you literally need to retire from watching TV altogether. But Ole Miss, Georgia. See, what I think is going to happen is Georgia is going to beat Ohio State to jump ahead. Indiana is going to beat Texas Tech. And then I think it's going to be Georgia, Indiana. Now, here's the thing. Indiana is going to play an SEC team. They played the number 1 Big Ten team. They're going to play an SEC team. Then they're going to play a Big 12 team. Then they're going to play another SEC team. Indiana, if they win the whole thing, that's hands down probably – that might be like the best national champion in terms of what they've done ever. Like, for what they were. I mean, to beat Big 10, SEC, Big 12, and then SEC again, that should be the greatest team ever in the terms of what they accomplished. Like, not just because of their history, bro, that's insane. And they can do it. That's the thing. They have the Heisman Trophy winner as their quarterback. So, but Ole Miss, Georgia. Huh?
There's still that gut feeling too, right? Like, it is Indiana. Like, there's still that part of me that's like, they could go far, but like something's going to happen to where they're going to slip up, right? Like, that's my gut feeling on Indiana. I think they're very good. They're overachieving, like leaps and bounds, but there's that gut feeling, right? That like, it's Indiana. The other shoe's going to drop, right? Because it dropped last year. There's this part of you that feels that way. Do you guys feel that way too? Part of it?
No, I don't. I think they're legit. No, I don't. But I think they're legit. Like, I think they can beat anybody. I don't think, man, they have a bone in their body that's going to collapse or underperform. I just don't think it's possible. Like, they're a hot team. They're like 97 Bulls or whatever hot team there is. They're just hot, and they're doing really good. But
I'm not saying they're going to get blown out, but I'm saying I could see them like losing a heartbreaker, or like I could see it happening. But because their defensive tackle got hurt celebrating in Indy, like, if he's out of the game, like, who's their backup defensive tackle? Because that's a big call there. You need the big boys up front. So that could hurt you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, and the thing with them, it's not that I doubt Indiana so much, because like, as far as being a team goes and their coaching, I think they probably have the best coaching setup in the sport right now. But the thing that scares me with them is in the tracked history of, call it what you want, blue chip, whatever, roster talent tracked history. There's never been a team that even made the national title that wasn't at least a 50% ratio on that. And Indiana's at 8%. That's the only thing that scares me with them is just when you play this many games and you get beat up this long and you don't have that roster talent depth that you can fall to, it just becomes really, really hard. Like they're fighting a big, big battle. So if they were to win it all, like,
well,
what an accomplishment.
Another thing too is, we talk about Ohio State not playing anybody. Indiana played even less nobody, so, but, and they almost lost to us, but I don't know. I just think they're legit. But the thing is, they have zero experience in the postseason. That's another thing. Yeah. Like in the playoffs, they have zero experience in the post. Nobody on that roster has played in the playoffs.
Do they have still guys from last year?
Oh,
a couple guys.
Yeah, they played. A little bit. Yes, that certainly counts. What I mean is, like, they went into the playoffs last year. I don't think anybody really thought they were going to beat Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't know. But this year, they are, in terms of zero experience, they have zero experience in this situation. Yeah. Like, they're the number one team. They're playing the freaking cream of the crop in college football.
Yeah.
And they could be running into freaking Georgia. So we'll see. And Alabama is a tough, like, we're going to see, like, if what Brett is saying, that could happen against Alabama. If it's going to happen against anybody, I think it's going to be Alabama. We're going to find out real quick, like, okay, this team is still the Indiana of last year in a sense. But Ole Miss and Georgia, man, like, it's a
good matchup.
It's a good matchup, and like, dude, I almost can think I could almost see Ole Miss freaking winning that game because of Chambliss, bro. Chambliss went off today. I know they played Tulane, but holy crap, dude! Like, I mean, is that going to be a low-scoring game or what?
Ole Miss beat Georgia last year, remember? So, like, it's some part of those teams are similar, like,
but they don't have their head coach, though.
Yeah. I mean, Kirby Smart, the crybaby, is definitely a better coach than the offensive coordinator is the interim right now for Ole Miss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Charlie Weiss?
I mean, just stupid.
Yeah, Kirby Smart's stupid.
Kirby's a crybaby.
Yeah,
he's a good coach, but God.
Dude, he's a hell of a coach. Did you guys share it in the group? That video. So did someone share that, or did I share it? Where there's a guy sitting on the road in traffic.
I shared it.
And yeah, Kirby's on the intercom on the
just
field, like
crazy,
cussing them out, bro. Just like cussing them out.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a good coach. I mean, he literally half his team has been arrested. So I mean, I guess that can be a good thing too. They're fearless.
Every year, half his team has been arrested. Every year,
bro. You know what he should do if they lose to Ole Miss? They need to go and have a NASCAR race, just the team, and whoever wins gets a spot in actual NASCAR. That's what they should do. Because I guarantee
whoever loses picks up trash on the highway for community service.
Bro, like I don't get it. Like, you just either they're not reporting every other team that has arrests, or they're just getting arrested all the time. I mean, it's insane. So
it's pretty wild.
But I don't know. That could be an interesting game, man. Georgia's -7 again. Like, bro, the -7. Like, I get it, but man,
there's some fun games.
You have a 45-year-old looking quarterback on Georgia's team, and then you have like Mike Vick reincarnated as the Ole Miss quarterback. So.
Yeah. Well, I think that line seems pretty aggressive to me, and I have a feeling they're projecting because Lane Kiffin left.
Yeah.
But
right.
Because I would have that game like 3 points most days.
But here's the thing: it's going to be a new game. But dude, Tulane is not a bad team, and like JD's Pickle said, they actually did pretty good today. So Ole Miss, they dominated Tulane, and Tulane is not a bad team. So I just think they're kind of scary, man. I think they're kind of scary against Georgia. But here's the thing: say Ole Miss beats Georgia, can Ole Miss beat Ohio State? I don't know. But Chris said about Ryan Day. I'm sure Day got a wake up call after that Indy game to open up the offense. I don't think it's that. I think they had the offense open, man. They just couldn't do anything. Like Indiana's scheme was so good. I don't think it was an Ohio State thing. I think they were just Indiana did that good. Like they were schemed that well. They couldn't throw the ball deep. I mean, Lord Farquaad, dude, he couldn't do anything. Like he couldn't do a thing. You know?
Yeah.
He had the donkey.
Yeah, and I'll tell
back
you,
there running around with him.
that's the one thing where even if Bama comes in with the talent advantage, which they will, if they get stuck in that same situation, because Indiana locks them down in the secondary, they don't have a run game. So
Exactly.
that could get
They
south
don't have a
for
run
Alabama
game,
real
bro.
quick. Mhm.
As much as Gus Johnson says Bo Jackson is amazing and they're the world famous Ohio State Buckeyes, Bo Jackson's not that good. They really don't have a run game. So they don't have Quinshon Judkins this year from Ole Miss, back there running the ball. By the way, that was another thing about the clips that I put up. When I called Julian saying Lord Farquaad, Ohio State fans like that are commenting, like they're so offended, but they don't know what to say. Like there's not been one comment on TikTok that's been like, I think they just don't know what to say. They know he looks like Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a joke, people.
Yeah, it's a
We do that
joke.
all the time. Calm down.
If you guys watch this show, we do that a lot. So
Yep.
Indiana is legit, but almost true. Indy's DC performed a masterclass. Yeah, I mean
Brian Haynes is a beast. If we could poach a DC, that's who I'd pick. But there's no way
here's the thing. But here's the thing, too, guys. Like when you have an Indiana team like that who has had quick success, what happens when you start losing coaches? Stuff like that, because those guys are going to move up real quick. It doesn't mean they're going to do good in the future, but they're going to move up real quick. Texas Tech, Oregon. Again, Dan Lanning he'll be ready. He'll be ready.
That's a good game, Oregon, Texas Tech, because Texas Tech has a good defense. So I can see them sticking around in that one.
Mhm.
I'm excited to watch that one.
I mean, I think Texas Tech is. I think I would have Texas Tech winning the game.
We haven't seen them play anybody other than Big 12 teams. I want to see it. I want to see it. You know what I mean? We just haven't.
Yeah. And who'd they lose to?
Texas Tech.
They lost to. Was it Cincinnati? I think it was Cincinnati.
It was kind of like a fluke game, right?
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah, James Madison put up 34, guys. Pretty good. Texas Tech football. We're looking it up. I think it was.
By the way, guys, if you're in here right now, you're new. Please like, share, subscribe. Help us get to 2,000 subs. Appreciate your support. You can support us monetarily as well. Super chats, thanks button, memberships, whatever you want.
Arizona State. Sorry.
Arizona State.
Okay,
yeah, well,
so that's a respectable team. Yeah,
that is a good team. Yeah.
And Dillingham, he's not going to Michigan. DeBoer's not going to Michigan. I think Dave Portnoy, I think he's interviewing for the head coach job. Right?
Yeah,
is that who it is? Is it Dave Portnoy's interviewing for the head coach?
Dude, he's clown central. Holy crap.
God, that guy's out of control.
He's out of control, man.
I have a lot of respect for Dave Portnoy because he pretty much changed sports coverage. Like
yeah.
Pat McAfee is Dave Portnoy. Like that's the reason Pat McAfee is because of Dave Portnoy. I have a lot of respect for him, but Barstool as a whole, it's just kind of corny.
They say some crazy things on that.
The other day, Dave Portnoy, he said his words. Listen, guys, I know it's been tough for the Pats lately, but I still have six rings. Like he said, he had 6 rings. I'm like, no, you don't, dude. You don't play for the teams. Just stop talking. Like he actually said that. I was like, I can't listen to this guy, dude.
By the way, the Open. I don't know if you saw that they updated it there. 1.5.
Oh wow.
For Oregon, Texas Tech.
Okay, that's very close. That's a real line right there.
Interesting.
I think Indiana's going to go. I think it's going to go closer. I think it's going to go closer in Alabama's favor of the line. Texas Tech, I can see them kind of taking minus.
Yeah.
Georgia, I can kind of see that going up a little bit. And then Ohio State, that's going to be minus 16.5 because ESPN will probably rig the markets. So,
well, I think the line's actually come down because it opened, I think, at 11.5 or 12. So it's been trending towards Miami.
Right.
So
that's
far.
what Chris said.
Yeah.
Well, but dude, at the end of the day, I just want Ohio State to lose, man, because I've said it all year. They're not that good. They're really not. Like, they deserve to be the number one team, but they're just not as good as the fans think they are, if that makes sense. Now they're fans, but you know what I mean? Like, they're just not as good as I think people, as they think they are. And I want them shut up, you know?
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be fantastic.
But last year, you know, of all times to collapse, and, you know, you had Timu Peyton Manning as your quarterback. Like, of all times to collapse, it's that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah. Miami's got the players for it, so they can win that game. It'll be a
Malachi Tony doesn't fumble and, like, you know, just keep it going.
So after this weekend's games, who do you think wins it all? This is going to change next week when we do it again. But
I don't know.
So we got New Year's Eve is Ohio State. That's a good game.
If I was going to guess a national championship matchup right now, I would say,
bro, Ohio State's not beating Georgia. Ohio State's not beating Georgia.
Oh, wait, they have to play each other, right?
They would have to play Georgia.
I think Georgia's beating Ohio State.
Georgia, right? I don't want to put Ohio State in it, man, because I hate them, and they won last year. So
they're not beating
Indiana.
Georgia,
that would be a good game. That's kind of like a hot take too. Georgia, Indiana. Nobody's guessing that right now.
But what we also got to keep in mind is that people have to stay healthy. So, you know, but healthy across the board, I think it's Indiana, Georgia, and I think Indiana wins. I think Indiana's they're different, man. Like, they're so well coached.
I could see that. I will say, like, there's nobody in the 8 here now that I'm like, yeah, they're definitely going to win.
Exactly.
But looking at it, the teams that scare me is if Alabama gets hot, they could be a problem.
They're a real team, man. They're always a real team.
And DeBoer's been here before.
Yep.
Ty Simpson's good.
Yeah. It's just going to come down to, does Ty Simpson, does he stay on point?
Exactly.
And if Indiana can shake him up, then I think Indiana takes out Alabama. And if that happens, I would have Indiana as my winner from that bracket. Georgia, it's Kirby Smart. It's Georgia. They're tough. They're a tough out no matter who you are.
Yeah.
I could see Georgia, Ohio State is probably what I would have in that bracket. And man, that'd be a pick 'em for me. I don't know who wins that game for sure, but I probably lean. If what I'd like to see happen is I'd like to see Mississippi get through personally.
Yeah.
But if my football mind tells me Ohio State's probably going to find a way through that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
the hate in my heart says otherwise.
I know. I don't want it to happen that way.
Yeah.
The world famous Ohio State Buckeyes are going to make it.
Yeah. I really hope it doesn't happen, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey. I don't want to, it's like refusing to admit that something has happened. I can't say it, man. I can't say Ohio State's going to beat Georgia. Like, I don't want to say it because that's a worst case scenario, and I'm going to be depressed. So, but Yeah, I got Indiana, Georgia. I think I got Indiana winning it all.
I like
Aaron,
that.
you have what? Ohio State and Indiana.
Yeah, probably. Well, actually, as much as I hate it, I don't even want to speak it. Makes me sick. Alabama and Ohio State. I really hope it doesn't happen, but
So me and Mark both have Georgia, Indiana.
But
Yeah.
who do you have winning it, Brett?
I think Georgia's going to win, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, there's that gut feeling that maybe their backup defensive tackle for Indiana, like just it doesn't mesh right. You know what I mean? Like something small as that is a huge difference. Like if people are healthy on Georgia, I think I'm going to take Georgia in that one because Gunnar Stockton's been very good. Like
yeah,
nobody talks about him. Gunnar Stockton, like looking at his progression from last year
Yeah.
to this year is because we had a small sample size last year. He looks good, so I don't know. He can run, he can throw. He makes really good throws and like decisive. Doesn't make many mistakes. Yeah, I think Georgia wins it.
Well, what do you guys think about? What do you guys think about? Hold on a second. Sorry, I lost my thought. But yeah, Gunnar Stockton, that's the thing. I mean, Georgia is Georgia, man. Like Kirby Smart is Kirby Smart. Either way, but Ole Miss is scary. What I was going to say was, this is what we think right now. After New Year's Day, like New Year's Day, we'll do an episode. New Year's Day, like probably the night of New Year's Day, that night we'll do probably. That's the thing. Like at that time, we're going to have different opinions most likely because let's be real. Oregon could beat Texas Tech. Alabama could win. Ole Miss could win. And then even Miami could win. And then that's a whole different world there, from what we're all thinking. So